Hi, I'm Bill. I'm the series producer.
Hello, I'm Nathan. I was a producer and cinematographer.
Hey guys, it's so nice to meet you. I found this such a charming, funny series. I know you're both very familiar with the tiny world, but how did you decide which insects to feature?
That's a great question. I'm really glad you liked it. I think a lot of bugs are quite off-putting to people, and we were very aware of that as we made this series. That we wanted people to fall in love with bugs. We wanted people to engage with them, and so therefore we needed to have. I mean, to those who like them already, they're all engaging and incredible, and there are 6 million species each with an incredible story to tell. But to some people, they have to be a bit more accessible. So I think it's fair to say that we chose bugs that looked good, had big eyes, had heads that turned, had reactions, those kind of things that you need in a Pixar style character. But also we chose bugs that were in incredible different environments. So we've got an episode in the Ultimate City, New York. We've got in the Costa Rican rainforest. We've got in the savannas of Africa, on the beaches of Malaysia, in down under in Australia. So we wanted a variety of landscapes, and we wanted a variety of storylines that told all the things about bugs. So we've got one episode's about finding a home, one episode's about finding a partner, one episode's about the first day at work, all these relatable aspects. So there was a really complicated matrix, I think, to get charismatic, good-looking animals, wonderful locations, and really fascinating stories. And no two shows could do the same thing.
Right. I thought you guys did such a great job. And in addition to the wonderful narration by Aquafina, the sound effects and the music, I think, really help punctuate and elevate the visuals. Can you talk about that?
I'll talk a bit about the music. We work with a composer called Mark Mothersbaugh, who has done everything from Thor Ragnarok to Cocaine Bear. So a very accomplished musician, quite quirky, and we really wanted him to be a big character, his music to be a big character in the shows. Aquafina was, quite an out there choice. There have been a lot of shows which have been done either by Sir David Attenborough, who we love and is absolutely brilliant, or by people trying to be David Attenborough. And we wanted to do something completely different, to have female, young, American attitude, comedy. We knew that we needed to work really hard to get people to love bugs. To have a show on Disney that's about real bugs is a real coup. And to get there, we needed to pull every trick in the book. We needed, as we've talked about, great bugs and locations, but we needed great stories, a great storyteller, great music. It all had to be on point, and we're absolutely thrilled the way it's all turned out.
Good, good. So I love that this show not only entertains us, but it also educates. What goes into that balance?
It's a tricky question.
It is a tricky question. Yeah, I guess what we're trying to do when we're writing these things is we want people to learn about bugs. We want people to come away loving them, but we're trying to do it in a bit of a. We try and sneak the information in so it doesn't feel like you're being whacked over the head in a science lesson. So hopefully by the end of it, you come away from it having learned a lot about these amazing little creatures, but without it feeling like you have.
All of those facts have to sort of help propel the story. Yeah. So one of the most amazing facts that we discovered during the production was that spiders dream. I mean, who knew an animal that big would dream? If so, what would it dream about? And then, as Nathan and I were talking about it earlier, it's like, how do we present that fact? We can't just have a spider wandering along and say it dreams. That we needed to find a situation where the spider was at night and it was in a tricky situation. It was tucked up in its sleeping bag, and it was scared of the mantis that was on the prowl nearby. And then when it goes to sleep, my God, it could be having a nightmare. So yeah, it's an incredible fact to get across, and a great bit of drama to convey it.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I'm wondering, what do you hope people and their families take away from this series? I do appreciate, as I said, that you are trying to educate us gently, but is there anything else, maybe then an appreciation for bugs that you really want people to take away from this?
Do you want to maybe talk about the decline?
Yeah, I'll start. One of the things I learned during the course of the show was some extraordinary and horrifying facts In just the last 20 years in the UK, bug populations have gone down by 60% by some estimates. And that's not just in the UK. No, that's going on in Germany. Even in a nature reserve in Germany, numbers have gone down by that much, which is telling us something. You know, the moment that bugs leave that nature reserve and they're entering intensely farmed fields, they're dying. So there are all sorts of reasons why bugs are in decline. It's not all about farming. And we need to understand this because, you know, bugs are at the bottom of the food chain. They're food for things, they pollinate things, they clear up things, they remove pests. There's so many things they do which help this world turn around. If we take that away, it's like playing Jenga and pulling out a block at the bottom and expecting nothing to happen. We're going to be in real trouble. So our hope is that by falling in love with the bugs, with understanding their lifestyles, with realizing how they operate, all the things they need, that we can fall in love with them, we can appreciate them, we can respect them, we can care for them, and we can protect them. And, you know, it's really, really important. People have just sort of been ignoring it. And if we carry on like that, it's going to be a problem. So I think we want people, number one, just to appreciate bugs and realize they're just as interesting, if not more interesting, than a lion or a tiger. I mean, what baby lion cub can put out a silk thread and fly off across the other side of the world? You know, these things are incredible. They can warm up their wings so they can fly on a cold day, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we want people to understand them, and then we want them to love them and look after them.
Great. Well, that is all my questions. But I am wondering if you guys have any final thoughts you want to share, or maybe something I didn't ask you about that you want to talk about.
We've had to use a lot of very specialist niche technology to get the shots.
I should have asked you about that. That's a great question.
Yeah, that's fine. So one of the main things that we've used is all of these amazing new macro lenses, which enable you to get incredibly close to things in insane levels of detail. And we've also been using what are called probe lenses, which means we can get into tiny little cracks and holes and stuff, and so sort of tiny and so low that we're able to look up at insects, or to be on their eye level, which means that, you know, you're engaged with them. And these technologies have just enabled us to create so much personality and warmth with our characters, because most of the experience we have is looking down at bugs. They're just scurrying around on our feet, but to be in their environment on their eye level just changes your experience, and hopefully you feel what they feel, and have some appreciation for how crazy that world is down there, and the challenges that they have to overcome to survive.
Right. It's tiny, but there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Well, you guys did a great job of capturing it. I enjoyed every single episode, so thank you so much for making this.
Oh, great. Well, we're really pleased, and we hope that people take from it all that stuff about bugs. And, you know, we wanted to, like Nathan was saying, the technology's there to show bugs in the same way that we've been showing lions and elephants and things in the past. We've now got this opportunity to open this whole world with, last count, I think it was 6 million species. There's a lot of stories to tell.